You fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Today, Vern Finance will be showing you the exact price movement of the Bitcoin chart. If you have been following the channel, you know that we have been talking about this Wyckoff redistribution pattern. And if you have been following the Twitter channel over here, you know.
Does that look like fucking redistribution to you guys?
That we have been talking about this bull trap formation.
Does that look like a fucking bull trap to you?
As well as the Wyckoff redistribution in chapter 13 of the Wyckoff textbook, which says,
Look at this guy in his little fucking textbook, guys. Didn't I tell you we were going to break out higher? Didn't I tell you the bears are going to continue to say, this is macro lower trend, macro lower high? Didn't I tell you guys this? And this is the difference between me and the channels you watch, because the bullish channels have been saying all year, we're going to break out higher. We're going to break out higher. We're going to break. And then the bears have been saying, this is macro lower trend high. Macro, 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 macro lower trend high. We will not break out. This is bull trap. You will all get slaughtered. Oh, guys, this is the difference between this channel and other channels, because other channels, they only know how to stick with the trend, or they only know how to just be bullish 100% of the time to get your views, attention, and your likes. The difference between this channel and those channels is because we can understand when the trend is gonna reverse. For example, when the trend was up, we called this reversal the day before it crashed, boom. The trend was down, we called the reversal a day late, but everyone was telling me, Alex, this is a bull trap. Alex, please, why are you switching bearish? Why are you switching bullish right now? This thing's about to head right back lower. And I held my ground and I told everyone this is not a bull trap. And I think we're more likely to break out higher here in Bitcoin. And once we do that, it's off for the races. Here, we had a major uptrend. And guess what I did? Called the exact day, or the day before it crashed, right here through the head and shoulders. Boom, pop. So you can see who has called every single trend reversal this year. Boom, trend reversal. Boom, trend reversal. Boom, trend reversal. And that's the difference between this channel and other channels, because they can only stick with the trend and they can't see the circumstances that are changing right in front of them to determine when you're actually going to break out of a trend, okay? You can stick with the trend all you want, but guess what? A 4-year-old could stick with the trend and tell you that this is lower highs, right? That takes no skill. The skill that separates you from others is understanding when will the trend be flipped and broken through. And that's why this is the best channel out there. And that is why we have been on the correct end every single time in this market so far this year. So guys, it's pretty funny, huh? It is pretty funny. That being said, I wish I could say we're long in this market right now. The sad part is we shorted resistance right here. Okay, we broke even. Some even made a little bit of a profit, and then I went to sleep. I told our members, I said, guys, I don't think, because look, we already had a major move right here. So I didn't think that we'd have another major move 2 days straight or 3 days straight, right? Usually when you get a major day like this, you cool off for a little and then you shoot higher. You see, so this is what I was expecting. I was expecting this candle right here, right, which was this right here. Then I was expecting a cool off candle here today. Oh, there was no cooling off, guys. This shit blasted higher. And so, yeah, it sucks I missed out on this. It sucks because I would have loved, I told our members exactly these words, guys. Ask our members. I said, guys, I don't expect to blast off today. I expect to cool off and then we'll blast off probably in the next day. And so I told them, let's go to sleep and we'll look to go long tomorrow. But the move literally took place in our sleep. So yeah, there you have it. But that being said, guys, is that still a bull trap? You know, the bears are going to keep screaming. The bears are going to keep screaming. Now they're going to move this and they're going to say, oh yeah, baby, it's a lower high. Guys, you have to make adjustments to the market. You cannot just do this textbook bullshit. You have to study the behavior. You have to study the patterns. And you cannot just say, It's lower highs, so it's always going to be that way, right? If it's as easy as saying it's just lower highs,
2019 to the 2000.
then in that case, it's always going to be lower highs, and we'll just continue down and forever and ever. And so you have to understand that. You're not going to just continue down and forever and ever. And could we have continued down? Yes. But you have to understand, like I said, the patterns and the behavioral patterns specifically that are going to lead you to understand that this is going to break out higher. And so we went over that in plenty of videos, which is the stock market was dumping. Bitcoin was not. That's a complete divergence. We've got possibilities of a Bitcoin ETF, which for the first time could mean that instead of Bitcoin dominance leading to a dump, it can actually just mean money flowing into Bitcoin because of the new ETF. We've talked about how we bottomed 6 times in this pattern that was supposed to dump off, right? And so when you understand that the pattern didn't work, the pattern stopped, the pattern diverged from its prior truth, from its prior actions, that's how you knew that this was not a bull trap, that it really just couldn't go lower and the time to switch was here. And so really, the day I made my video that was switching bullish was right here, okay? Now the day I actually switched bullish was right here, and if you remember, you know that. That's exactly when we switched bullish. So guys, I've been on this every time. So if you're watching these other channels, I don't even know why you're doing it, okay? Because now all the bulls are right? But you know, they were wrong the whole time. Here, they're all wrong, okay? The bears are wrong, okay? The only channel that's right is this one. So guys, I even kept you up to date in our WhatsApp group here, okay? And I told you guys we could easily get something like this right here. So basically, hit the trend, maybe pull back a tiny bit, and then blast off higher. Okay, let's actually look at this picture here. Boom, see this right here. So guys, if you're not a part of our WhatsApp group, I don't know why you haven't joined here, okay, because literally we drew this blast off higher here. It just happened a little sooner than I thought. I didn't think we'd blast off higher like in my sleep. I thought, hey, it's going to cool off for at least like 8 hours before we go fucking blast off higher. But it already happened. So like I said, I'm a spectator of this market, and I wish I could say I was in this long right now. But it's okay. We did take it long the last 3 days right here. So it's no big deal, I guess. But I would have loved to be in this since we literally called this and told our members, guys, let's just wait a little. I think it'll happen tomorrow. And then, guys, let's see here. A drop / pullback here doesn't mean it's the end for Bitcoin, because I knew a lot of bears were going to be so excited to hit this macro lower trend high, right? Right, like coming back to this guy's video right here.
The Wyckoff redistribution. Nothing has changed, guys. The downsloping trend line is still in, and we are still in a macro lower high. Be very careful with who you follow on the YouTube space, because today...
Wrong. Guys, see, this is the problem. Like I was telling you, people only know the trend. They don't know when you're going to break out higher. And, you know, not only do we know when we're going to break out higher, have we called that on this channel, we called every time we were going to break lower and we crashed. We crashed here, called that. We crashed here, called that. And we break out higher here, called that, guys. So back to the WhatsApp chat, I told you guys, look, these bears are going to get excited about holding resistance. Then we're most likely going to break out higher. Just give it some time, right? So then I said, remember what we went over in yesterday's video? Key is looking for Bitcoin to find support shortly after the rejection instead of completely falling out like previous 2 times. So look exactly what I said to you in this message. Look at this. Okay, so we slightly reject here, like barely. Okay, we break through. Look at this. Shortly after rejecting, we find support. Okay, and we found support on this macro lower high, as these guys would say, right? All the bears who can only stick with the downtrend, right? Look at that. See? Boom, we quickly find support after rejecting here slightly. I mean, this rejection only lasted about 15-20 minutes right here, okay? So we come back down, get the support, and blast off higher. The only problem is this happened while I was asleep. You can see the time here, 5 a.m. I was asleep during that time, so I couldn't have taken this. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, that's exactly, literally my message exactly. If you follow this right here, and if you were up, maybe you're, you know, across overseas, and you just read my message and followed it, and follow this picture right here and understood that once you find support shortly after rejection, that's how you know that it's reversed, as you probably just made a shitload of money. That's the trade I wish we were in today with our members. The only problem, like I said, it happened at 5 a.m. while I was asleep, and so we were not in that. But guys, that being said, that is your recap of this crazy market today. And remember, I told you guys to not be so big into altcoins right now, right? Look at this. Okay, ETH is only up 1%. Bitcoin's up 5%. Look at the altcoins. They're all down still. They're all down still. And people are scratching their heads wondering, why aren't my altcoins up, right? Bitcoin's up 5%. That means my alt should be up 10%. Not always true. Read the damn charts. Guys, there's not a single other channel who's telling you this, okay? Every other channel is telling you that altcoins, if they're bullish, right? They're telling you that altcoins will surge in relation to Bitcoin, right? But you have to pay attention to the charts, guys. Bitcoin dominance is at its ultimate lows, the all-time lows right here. And so when it's at its lows, the favorability for money to flow into altcoins is much less favorable, right? Money is favored to flow into Bitcoin at these ultimate low levels. And I've told you guys in so many videos now, if you want to make life-changing gains, you want to go all into altcoins when Bitcoin dominance is near 70%. If you do that, you will make X's on top of X's on top of X's. But right now, right, when Bitcoin dominance is at its lows, money is more favored to flow into Bitcoin than it is into altcoins, okay, that ratio. And that's why we see Bitcoin up 5% and altcoins not really up. So here is what you need to see if you want your altcoins to really surge higher during a bull move here, right, as we go higher. You want to see Bitcoin dominance break through the all-time lows. But as we can see so far, I drew this chart 4 weeks ago, and it's playing out exactly as I said, right? Look at this, right? So this is 2018, and this is why we were able to call the crash. And this is why we thought we would crash lower. Obviously, I switched my stance because you have to notice the divergencies. Like, look at this, right? So Bitcoin dominance is going higher, right? Well, why isn't the market crashing? Because typically, any time before, if we saw Bitcoin dominance spiking higher like it is right now, that equals a market crash in Bitcoin. That equals a crash. For the first time ever, instead of seeing Bitcoin and crypto crash when Bitcoin dominance goes higher, we're seeing the opposite. We're seeing Bitcoin is actually moving higher when Bitcoin dominance actually moves higher. Why is that? Guys, I think, like I said, this is my theory. It's not proven correct yet. I do believe that reason it's actually going higher, right? The Bitcoin price is actually going higher with the Bitcoin dominance is because we're literally, or we're seriously going to get a Bitcoin ETF, which is allowing more money to flow into Bitcoin, which is allowing Bitcoin dominance ratio to go higher, which is allowing Bitcoin to actually go higher with the Bitcoin dominance for once instead of crashing. Does that make sense? So, guys, you have to spot these divergencies, right? Like I said, every bear, if a bear saw this, they'd say, oh, guaranteed, look, Bitcoin dominance is going higher. That means we have to crash. Well, you have to spot the differences. And the difference is this time is different. This time, instead of crashing when Bitcoin dominance is going higher, we're not. And that's why I do believe that the Bitcoin ETF, whether it's a futures ETF or a regular ETF, is most likely going to get approved. I'm already predicting that right now. Why? Because the charts are telling us that. The charts are telling us differently than what they did in 2018. And the reason that's different is because, in my opinion, the ETF that will be coming. Okay? So we've been saying for years it'll come. We've been saying that for so long, right? Well, here in this video, I'm actually predicting that we're getting it very soon because that's what the charts are telling me. So all the fucking idiots who've been saying it for 3 years, 4 years now, okay, they're finally going to be right. Here I come out to say probably weeks before we actually do that we will. And that's just because the charts are telling me that. So all these fundamentals, all these speculative guesses and stuff, it's all bullshit. You've been saying it for 3 to 4 years. Me, I actually come on a timely fashion, and I arrive to the party just before it starts, and I get it set up, okay? But anyways, guys, that's your breakdown of Bitcoin, crypto, and that's why you got to be careful with the altcoins. I've been telling you that, guys. No other channel's been telling you be picky with your altcoins. No other channel's been telling you that altcoins aren't going to rise as much as Bitcoin right now, and that is why you got to subscribe to this channel. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not, guys. Drop a like on this video if you haven't already. Congratulations to everyone who's been following us on this movement. And that being said, guys, if you want to trade here with me, okay, and get told exactly when to enter, exactly when to exit these trades, make sure to go to crashtrading.com and get yourself free coaching. Free coaching. That's right. You don't pay until after you make the profits. A lot of programs, they make you pay before you ever even get your first results. Here, you don't pay until you actually get the results. So crashtrading.com, you can schedule a free 20-minute call before you join, or you can just join and I'll call you then. Okay, so let's make some money. It doesn't matter to us whether the market goes up or down. We are sharks. That's the logo of this channel. We're not bulls or bears. We go for the blood, we go for the kill, and we make money no matter what direction this market goes. And you guys see that if you've been following this channel. Okay, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, Don't forget to join our WhatsApp group if you want some of these awesome updates, okay? And also make sure to drop a like if you haven't already, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Congratulations to everyone, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.